Anybody else want to jump on here and talk? Go right ahead. I'd love to read some people's comments. But I'm going to go ahead and be like I normally am with a loss and say good game. Hats off to the other team. Totally respect Clemson. They played a great game. They played a good, clean game. They had a great game plan. I can't say anything about that. As a fan of Alabama, it's very hard to say that, especially when you're used to winning and getting there and winning these games. And when you do lose these games, you're used to actually being in the game at the end. So I have mad respect for Clemson for being able to pull this off because I did not expect this. I actually didn't expect Alabama to score that many points against Clemson. I've watched every Alabama game since Tua came in, and I did not expect this to happen. It was awful. I got to say, first off, Clemson, good game plan. You executed it well. Trevor Lawrence, you earned my respect. Good quarterback, and it seems like a pretty good guy. So I give you that. But let me switch to Alabama. Horrible play calls, guys. As long as I've watched Alabama, I've never seen them make that bad of play calls. It reminded me of Georgia with the fake punt, of Alabama or of Auburn with the fake field goal. Just stupid calls. If you played Madden, Clemson did make some ridiculous catches, Bradley Weeks. So I got to say, and actually Clemson for me too, by the way, when they had Mike Williams last year, great receivers. Clemson recruits great wide receivers. I got to give them credit for that. And I definitely see that too. And their defense was top notch. They made the stops. They made 4 red zone stops on Alabama. You add those as touchdowns in this game or even as some kind of points, this game is a different game. But I just have to say the horrible play calling by Alabama. The run there on 4th down by Tua just kind of was the icing on the nasty bitter cake of this game. And then they put Jalen in for that set, and he looked just as bad as he did last year against Clemson and against Georgia. And I like Jalen Hurts, Alabama, but in the big games in the last couple of years, he has barely been able to do anything. So my reaction is disappointment, but still an Alabama fan, and I see a lot of my friends sharing on Twitter, on Facebook, all their jokes and prods at Alabama. And you know what? That's fine. Go ahead, revel in their loss. I know how it is to root for the best team in the nation and root against them and hope they lose all the time. So if you're wanting to do that, go right ahead. But if anybody has some good feedback, go ahead, pop it up on the screen. I see there's about 4 people watching now. Go at 5 now. If you want to go ahead and talk about it, get your thoughts out there. Rant a little bit. It feels good. Yes, I'm still pulling for the Chiefs. That defense tonight, as a Chiefs fan, I watched every Chiefs game this year, and I've watched some bad defense. Now, part of the thing is when you're up by a lot of points, like the Chiefs were a lot of times this year, you kind of let up. You're going to let teams try to throw the ball, and they're going to try to get a lot of yards on you. So I get that. So that's something I get with that. But watching that defense tonight, when you're down and you're still giving up all those yards, they're just running over you, throwing. Now, those guys made some great catches. I got to give, again, I'm not taking anything away from Clemson. But the Alabama defense, that is the worst I've seen him play. Christian Wilkins is literally like crying on the field now, guys, as I'm watching this game. So if you see that, he is crying on the game on there. He's like letting it go, which is a good thing. But yeah, anyway, so I guess this is his last game. Check out my other videos on him. But anyway, I don't want to zoom in too close to me. But so hats off again. I'm still an Alabama fan, guys. Win or lose, I will post about it. I will still talk. People will say, where are you all at? Man, he was like, look at that, guys. Dudes, he was like, letting it go. I guess he's sad that he's leaving the game. I don't know. But I got to respect that, though. You know, everybody laughed at Tim Tebow when he cried after his last game. I did not. I respect Tim Tebow. And he cried because he was a competitor. So anybody that gets upset after a game, of course, he's going out as a champ, I would be happy too. But there you go, guys. That's my reaction to the game. Alabama got their butts handed to them, honestly and fairly. Still an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. They'll be back again next year, and everybody knows it. And it feels good for you to revel in one of their few losses that they have over the last 5 years. So enjoy it, because it's very rare you get to enjoy an Alabama loss. And I think they're going to be even better next year. And I won't jinx the Chiefs, Steven. I'm sorry. I'm not talking about them in this. This is not a Chiefs thing. I was just talking about their defense. As a diehard Chiefs fan, this is Alabama national championship thing. But I'm happy to see a good game. If it was, but this wasn't. This was horrible. This was very tough to watch. It was good for a quarter, and then after that, it was just this horrible game. I mean, they've had the ball now for like 10 minutes to end this game, which I don't think Alabama's trying to stop them anyway. But anyway, I see a lot of people upset, on my Facebook feed, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. People like to see, I root against the Patriots. I get it. I know what it's like. But I root against the Patriots because I am a diehard Chiefs fan. I guess if you're a diehard blankety blank fan, I don't know who you are, then you're going to root against them to lose. So I get it. I totally get it. So keep rooting against them. You have every right to do so. But there you go, guys. So this game's got like 35 seconds to go, and they're still running plays. So they're probably going to try to get one more. That was 4th and 5, too. True, Stephen, they do. I agree. And that's another reason I'm ready to see them go down. And I appreciate that because I feel the same way. Okay, they're going to let the clock run. Okay. All right, that's the game, man. Anyway, so, again, that's all I got to say. Hats off to them. Thanks for everybody who joined this very sad video. And I got to at least say my few points of how bad Alabama played tonight and their bad play calling. I hated to see. It felt like where in a game, like a football game where you just start throwing Hail Marys because you're down or it's an overtime game in the NFL and you're about to be tied and you start just doing crazy stuff to try to get that win. That's what it felt like in this game right here. Like Nick Saban with that fake field goal. What is that? You at the very worst have your quarterback that's holding the ball throw the ball, and he didn't even do that. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching this video. I'll try and do more, but yeah, that was depressing. Thanks for watching the Showstopper Sports video. That's a wrap.